Okay, so far we have covered so many controls. Two of the list are remaining or pending, which we will cover today. We will select empty web application as usual. This is our lecture 7, I guess, and we're gonna play with lists. So, because this is empty, we have to add one page to it. We'll select web form, lists. Now, if you go to toolbox, you might have find checkbox list here, and just like that we have another control which is radio button list, right? So you may be able to figure out what would be the use of it. If you click on this and click on edit items, you will be able to add items as we did with list box and combo box, or you can say drop down list here. So similarly we can play over here. So this is our checkbox list. If I write something like ASP list item and write like C language, similarly I'll extend it, let's say twice or thrice, and give values like C++ and C sharp here, something like this. So you have checkboxes where you can select multiple, and it's quite easy, especially when you will be using database. This is going to be very useful. Same thing we can do with radio button lists. So I'll do that over here. Let's say C, and I'll do the copy paste one more time. Okay. Oh no. Now, I mean, this is not difficult to figure out what these two could be doing. I'll write like your favorite language. So you will select any one of these, and here you will write which languages you know. Okay, so how they will look like this. So if you run this, you will be able to see that you can select multiple of this, and you can select any one of this. No group name is to be set for these radio buttons, and you can play with it. So these controls are not only useful for manual placing the data, but also when you will be playing with database, what will happen, your one column has multiple cells or multiple rows. Let's say city, so which is your native city. For that you can use this radio button list. And let's say which cities you have visited, so over there you can use checkbox list sort of thing, and you should be able to play with it. Now if you want to figure out which are the checkboxes clicked and which are the radio buttons clicked, how you could do that, that will do the next. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll take a button. So button is taken here, and let's say we set the text of it as if it's print. When I double click this, we go to the VB code. Now I'll run the for loop. I equal to 0 to checkbox list 1 dot items dot count -1. -1 is because our indexing starts from 0, so length -1 should be the last index. Now I go to checkbox list 1 dot items of I dot checked. Okay, so we're gonna check if this is selected. If selected equal to true, then we print it. How we print in ASP.NET? Using response.write. So we'll simply write like just checkbox list item dot items of I, and dot value or text, whatever you want to print, you can print. That's it. If you want to place enter, you can use BR tag as we did in the past. So I have selected C and C sharp, and like C++ comparatively. So these two are printed here. Like I said, if you want to print enter in between, you can do it with the help of BR tag, right? But that should be placed in double quotes. Okay. This time I'm going to select all of them. So we got all of them, right? So this is how you get the data of what user selected or not. Similarly, we can print what is selected in radio button list also. Selected item is here, right? So if you want to print its text, it's you don't require loop for this, right? Because only one thing will be selected in radio button list. So I will do that. This time I'm going to select only one. So both are printing C sharp. We can always do formatting of HTML. Let's say I will put this in H1 tag or bold tag or something. So what I'll do is I'll paste H1 here, and here I should ideally close the tag. So I'll do something like this. That's it. So this time I'm going to select, let's say, two languages, C++ and C sharp, and let's say C sharp is my favorite language, so it is coming in bold H1 style, right? I hope you will be familiar with both these controls. One is checkbox list and another is radio button list. Okay. In exam, if it is asked, you don't have to take 3 items. You can take 2 items also. It's fine, but you should be able to serve the purpose. If it is asked for 4 or 7 marks, make sure to write such code. See, both will not be collectively asked. Either radio button list will be asked or checkbox list will be asked if it is for 3 or 4 marks. But for 7 marks, both can be asked in a collective sense. I hope you understand this. Let me know if you have any doubt on the mentioned email.